Toby's identity is finally revealed in my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 343. The time has come, my friends, the time for manga readers and anime viewers to come together and have a sigh of relief as we say who Toby really is. It is Obito Uchiha. Whew, that feels good to say. And you know what I love most about it? I don't have to dance around the fact anymore. I can call him Obito all I want now and not catch any flack. However, for the people who do see my thumbnail in this episode, if it does spoil for the episode for you, I am very sorry. I just had to use it. It's just that type of episode. But in general, this was a good episode too. I almost have zero complaints with it, and it was handled really well. I especially loved the action scene at the very beginning, how both Kakashi and Naruto are able to team up with each other to actually break Toby's mask. It's ingenious what they do. Essentially, Naruto creates a clone and sends it at Toby using a Rasengan, and then it suddenly disappears right in front of Toby. But what's really going on here is Kakashi has used his Kamui to teleport that clone away with the Rasengan. At the same time, the other Naruto is creating this giant Bijou Bomb, which it just fires directly at Toby, and since he has to, make his whole body go to the other dimension, and since this is such a giant blast radius, his entire body has completely disappeared. But because he did that, he's now vulnerable in this space, and the clone of Naruto comes down with a Rasengan and smacks him right in the face with it, and it is so awesome. And what I love most about this is how immediately after this it goes to the opening song, and then as soon as they start it up, the first thing you see is Obito Uchiha as a young kid running through Konoha, and this is where all the flashback sequence takes place. And I usually don't like flashbacks, but this was handled so well, and for a number of reasons. One, the art was beautiful, it was very bright and cheery, and it's just the perfect contrast for how Toby was in the past and how he is in the future. Excuse me, Obito. One of the most entertaining aspects about this flashback really is just getting to see all of the younger ninja like Kakashi and Guy, and you get to see them participating in the Chunin exams, which is a lot of fun. Obito clearly really isn't the best fighter in the world. There's also this other scene where he's helping out this old lady and he gets a piece of candy, and there's a scene later where he tries to do this fire technique, and then he ends up sucking the candy into his throat and starts choking, and Guy kicks him right in the face. It's pretty damn funny, but really eventually gets to the Kakashi guidance stuff. They actually do show a lot of the old flashbacks. Something I want to comment on here, and it's really more of a nitpick than anything, it's that originally in the Kakashi Gaiden, both Kakashi and Obito had completely different voice actors, and their voices were different. And, I don't know why they decided to change them. Maybe they felt that Obito sounded a little too old, considering he was only about, I think 13 or 14 at the time. But they changed his voice in this one. He sounds much younger than he originally did in the Kakashi Gaiden. And all of this is just showing us the whole backstory of Obito, how he supposedly was killed. And I understand why they're doing this. For people who didn't get to see Kakashi Gaiden, they're probably wondering, how did he die? Why should he be dead? And they're still not even revealing much about how he survived, and I like that. They're going to get to that in some of the later episodes. But honestly, it's when Kakashi and Naruto and Guy actually see him unmasked for the first time where things just get really, really tense. And the most interesting thing about this is that Kakashi he's stunned by it. He doesn't even know how to react. He's so, freaked out by it. And usually he's, the cool, calm, collected one. So you can see how much that seeing Obito has, really affected him. And the episode ends with even more epicness when Madara decides he's going to show up, and him and Obito are standing there side by side, ending the episode. And boy, was this one good. It had so many good moments. All the flashbacks were handled well. The music cues were awesome. I love hearing that old Akatsuki theme at the end. The action scene at the very beginning with Naruto breaking his mask was very well done, and most importantly, finally getting to learn the identity of this character is important, and Obito's motives are really just as interesting. Obviously, he tells Kakashi that it's because of Rin that he's doing all this. He let Rin die, and it's pretty obvious throughout the course of the episode, and even the stuff you saw in Kakashi Gaiden, that Obito was incredibly enamored with Rin, and he almost had sort of a unhealthy obsession with her. It's kind of strange, but it's still pretty obvious that they had a very close relationship, and this is just one of the factors which caused him to go completely batshit insane. Another thing that I noticed, maybe it's just me, but I think that Obito's voice actually changed once his mask came off, just a little bit. It doesn't seem as deep. Maybe it's because when he was wearing the mask it gave it that sort of effect, but still, awesome episode right here. Just my only complaint is that they focused on the Kakashi Gaiden stuff. There were some things I felt maybe they could have skipped around a little bit more, maybe focused on the more important stuff, like when he was crushed by the rock. But still, I understand why they did it. But for me, this was a 9 out of 10 episode, almost perfect. It was just handled really well, and I'm really glad that they stuck to the manga with the flashbacks by not having a lot of unnecessary dialogue. They let the anime do the work. They let the artwork and animation tell the story, and I'm not gonna lie, I had the feels. It was just a really good episode, and it's just great to say that Obito Uchiha is Toby. So how did you guys feel about this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden? Were you shocked by the reveal of Obito Uchiha, or did you have any other favorite action scenes you want to tell me about? What do you want to see from the future of the series? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Absolutely one of the best ways to support our videos. And you can check out some of the other ones we are floating around up top, and you can subscribe and all that other crap. So, I'll see you next time, guys. Super Kame Guru 9000, out.